unless you can pick it up over that end of the tank. All right, welcome back to Patriot Lifting. Probably wondering why I'm standing in the middle of a field next to a silo. Well, it really doesn't have anything to do with this silo, but we're setting up the crane. We got another silo coming in. He's gonna pull into the turning lane, and we're gonna offload the tank in this field, so stay tuned. So in this particular situation, we've got the steel mat kind of bridging that ditch a little bit. We got a little bit of a gap up under there. Not really a fan of that. Put the outrigger on it, it just puts a lot of stress on the middle of the mat. And what we're gonna do to kind of mitigate that and spread some load is to put some cribbing down across there. And so that'll kind of help distribute that load from the middle to the side and help keep that mat in very good shape. The mat would probably take it, but it's not necessary. So that's what I do to kind of help bridging. There's two schools of thought. You can put something under it or put something over it. We just opted to put something over it this time. We have a tiltable lid. So a lot of people don't have this, but the lid on our toolbox actually tilts to drain water off. So it's a feature, not a bug. You have to ask yourself, is it a bug or is it a feature? This right here, this is a feature. I'm just kidding, we'll get it fixed up. So we're getting the whole stack because the one we need first is on the bottom. So we're good weight-wise, so we're just gonna lift the whole stack, put it on there. So we're getting our rigging laid out right here. Conveniently, it looks like it's gonna rain and we're not gonna spread our rigging out in the dirt and get it all nasty and stuff like that. So we're gonna lay it out onto the asphalt right here. We've got these heavy duty orange 20s. They're 20 foot long. They are good for 31,000 in a straight line pull. So we're gonna run two, one off each side of the hook and run two off of that. So we'll run two connected to give us 40 foot of length right there. And then we're gonna run two off of each shackle to mount to the 4 picking points. So that'll be able to reach to each end of the silo. We hear that this silo is 60 feet long. So if you have a 60 foot long silo and you use 60 feet of rigging on each leg, then you'll have a 45-degree apex, which is, you know, sling angle. Some people call it a sling angle. So you never want too low of a sling angle because then that puts a lot of stress on your straps. Now they have a sling angle calculator that you can use to reduce that and actually figure that out exactly. But we're going for a 45-degree sling angle, so we should be good. And this will give us what we need. And we're gonna use these inch and a quarter 12-ton shackles. This is a good shackle brand right here. These green ones, they're made in like Finland or something like that, but they're really good. If you don't have the money to spend on Crosby's, these are, in my opinion, second best. They're really good quality. Got us a brand new ladder. This is one of those like foldable deals. I don't know if I'm really a foldable deal kind of guy, you know? I like ladders with like stairs on them, but we'll see how this goes. So, we had a silo show up. Lo and behold, look what's behind him. Another silo. We love surprises. When I was a kid, I met this guy who the back of his head was real flat. And I was like probably 8 years old or something. And I was like, why is the back of your head flat? And the guy said he was on a ladder and it fell over backwards and he landed on the concrete and crushed the back of his skull and he lived. That was a pretty cool testimony, but. .5 photo radius, he's good for 49,000. Got 4 parts of line on. Should be good. The tip height is the issue. It's not really an issue, but it's gonna be very close. And so he's taking the final chain loose right now. As soon as he gets that, we're gonna start working with it, see if we can get it up in the air. In the meantime, I'm gonna move my pickup truck. Nice. All right, you got her floating in the air. All right, let's go. Guy just yelled at me for being in the road. Don't want to disrupt your life. Man, oh man. Doing beautiful. Are you booming? What I'm doing is positioning the center of rotation of the crane to the center of the tank. The reason is because if we're off any, that requires us to boom down. And booming down with this rigging setup that we have, it's not really our friend. Because the more we boom down, the less headroom we have. When you have the block close to the tip of the boom, that room between the block and the tip of the boom is called headroom. And the less headroom you have, the more likely you're gonna be two blocked. Two blocked is a term where you could potentially suck the block up into the head section of the boom, and that's no good. So we have an A2B device up there that keeps us from doing it, but we don't wanna be like up in that area. So we wanna leave enough headroom, and that means keeping the center of the crane centered to the tank. So yeah.
This is a quick cab interview.
Quick crane cab interview.
Quick crane cab interview.
Is this the biggest lift you've done for 50 lifting?
Yes. Yeah. This is definitely the biggest. For sure.
Is it intimidating?
A little bit. A little bit. I mean, look at it. Look at the size, man. It's pretty big.
Looking good now. Back end floating too. All right. Cool. Come on up with it. Ain't that big a deal. Or you want to do them this way? Long ways like this? Okay. This way. All right. You're going to swing around so we can get that low end fed over that way. Unless you can pick it up over that end of the tank. You can let it hang. I ain't going nowhere else for right now. Keep it swinging. Just go ahead and cable down with this. Ain't no sense in trying to push it anymore. Just cable down. Looks like. Yeah, awesome. So, a lot of you crane operators know, but a lot of other people don't know, that these trailers, they're expandable trailers, and they have parts to them. So, this is called an after deck. We're gonna be removing this after deck and putting it on top of the trailer for him. It's just a common thing. The way he's configured right now, the trailer's too long, And so that's only for basically when you have a load on it that's really long. So we're just gonna take it off, set it up on there, he's gonna chain it down, then he's gonna get gone. And then we'll do the same thing to the next trailer. All right, getting the last one. Truck's rolling up now. Get him centered up. Repeat the process. Gorilla ladder came in clutch today. You gotta watch for the ant hills. We're in Georgia. We got fire ants everywhere, and they want to kill you. That's not a big deal. All right, that wraps it up. We got all the silos unloaded. There was 4 of them today. 4 of them. They told us there was gonna be 1, but there was 4, and it's all good because we don't care because we lift stuff. That's what we like to do. It's our favorite thing to do. Just lifting stuff, picking stuff up, putting stuff down. It's all good. Anyway, everybody did a great job. We were all safe. Everything was good. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. So, in theory,